Welcome to the register. This is where I'm going to show you how we offer amazing customer service to our customers, how you take an order, how you count the change back to them, how you set it up. So let's get started. First thing you're going to do is take your money and your iPad out of the cabinet. Now the way these are set up, you take the elastic band off, open it up, and then we need it like this, and we need the headphone jack over here. So to do that, we're going to actually spin it around if it's not already, and then set it up. Now the headphone jack is here, and for that we're going to set up the square. You need to be using the large square that's in the drawer, and this will take both the magnet strip cards and the chip cards. Now plug that in. On the iPad, we have a white square with a square. That is the register. So click on that. To open the drawer so that you can put the cash in, you're going to click charge 2 times. Now if your drawer does not pop open, we also have a register key. Put it in and turn it to the left, and then it will open. To set up your money, normally you would probably set it up differently, but the way I would like it done at the cafe is I want the smallest bills next to our customers. I don't want the customers to be able to reach over and grab 20s. Not that it would happen, but just in case. So the first thing I do is I set up some ones in the first one. Now all of our ones are paper clipped in sets of 10s, and that's just so it's easier to count. There may be more ones in here than you need to put in here. Just use your own judgment. And if you get too many of any bills in here, you can always put them back in the cash box when you don't have a bunch of customers around. So the way I set up the register, we have 1s, 5s, 10s, and then 20s go in the last. We do not accept anything over a 20. It is written on our open close sign in case a customer says, well, I didn't know that and that's all I have. The reason we don't accept anything over a 20 is we don't carry enough change to be able to make change for that. So please no bills over 20. And then the only coins that we need to put in here are quarters. All of the items use quarters or bills. So we made that simple. There's also more paper clips for clipping the ones. And then in the box, there's also a spot where you'll put the tip money. And we keep that separate, and that's where gifts for the workers or meetings, incentives, different things like that, we save the tip and we build it up for that. Okay? So when you're setting up the register, you also want to take the tip jar and put it on the counter next to the special menu right up here. But I'll put it over here out of the way. And on the iPad, it is divided down into different sections. So our first screen says BR, which stands for breakfast. So we have our bagels. Hammond does have 2 different bagels. They have a plain bagel and a blueberry bagel. Munster just has the blueberry bagel because that's what you sell the most of there. And then we do have extra cream cheese. We sell extra cream cheese for 25 cents, so that is available. The regular bagel just comes with 1. We also have our breakfast sandwiches. We have waffles. Waffles comes with 2. We have several different kinds of pop. We have water, and we have the larger juice, the apple juice, orange juice, and then we have the little juice boxes. We have our hot coffees here. And then we have our pure leaf tea and the smoothie. Now if I click on smoothie, right now our smoothie, we offer it with a banana or without a banana. And I can click on here and it will say without a banana or with a banana, and I click on it and I click add, and it will add it over here on the side. We also have hot chocolate, hot tea, and decaf. Okay, now let's go to the next screen. We have food and snacks. At the top we have our main foods like cheeseburgers, pizza puffs, pepperoni hot pocket, Philly steak and cheese hot pocket. The cheeseburger is not sold at Munster. Munster does not serve Wednesday nights, so they don't go through the big foods like we do at Hammond on Wednesday nights. But the cheeseburger is offered with a free side. They get a side of chips, a fruit cup, a banana, something that's kind of like a 50-cent value, and that's the only thing that gets a side with it. We also have our fruit cup, our banana, gum, Mentos, chips, Uncrustables. Okay, Cliff Bars. We have 2 different kinds. We have a kids one, which is smaller. It's called the Kids Cliff Z Bar. And then we have the Energy Bar, which is larger. Those are 2 different prices, just so you're aware of that. The candy is on the same button. And then we have our iced drinks. We have our iced coffee, iced caramel macchiato, iced vanilla. That's where we put those. So if you have a customer asking for an ice drink, push those buttons. If you have a customer asking for a hot drink, you push the hot drink buttons. There's also a free drink button. That is right here. And you push that if we have a guest that comes up. A first-time guest gets a free hot coffee or iced coffee. It's the regular one, not the specialty ones, or a cold drink out of the fridge of their choice. So one or the other, the regular coffee or a cold drink, and we offer that just as a gift to our guest. And then the last screen, it says books. We have notebooks, pens, Beautiful Girl t-shirts, and some of the big Bibles that we have. We also have gift card here. This is what you would click if somebody wants to purchase a $5 gift card. To purchase that $5 gift card, you're going to click on it, you're going to charge them, and where they are, they should be underneath the coin drawer. That's where the gift cards are. And it's a $5 value, and it's got different increments, and you give them one of these when you're selling it. Now let's say somebody walks up and they have a card, but it doesn't look like those gift cards. We also have Pastor Perks cards, and that is offered to our pastors at the gate. Once a month, they get a $10 card where they can use it at the cafe. Now for those, what you do is you take your hole punch and you're going to punch out what they get. When you check them out, let me go ahead and clear these items out. When you check them out, you're going to hit, okay, let's say we're going to check out a normal customer. I've put the items in, and I can even hit an item more than once and it will add it, or I can click out of order and it will keep adding it. When I have an order, I will repeat the order back to the customer, and I will say you have an Uncrustable, 3 Mentos, candy, a Cliff Z-Bar, a banana, a fruit cup. Your total is $7.25. Is there anything else you would like to order? So I'm repeating their order back to make sure I have it correct, and then I want to know, is there anything else I can help you with? After that, I'm going to hit charge. And then they're going to give me money. Let's say they gave me $20. So it tells me their total is $7.25, and I'm going to put in how much they gave me. Or I could even say they gave me $20.25. I can hit custom and actually type in $20.25. But instead, let's say they gave me $20. I'm going to click on 20. Now it's going to tell me their change is $12.75. So to count that out, I want to show you how I do it. I count it here to myself. Okay, I need 75 cents. I need $12. I'm going to use the largest bills we have. Okay. So I say to them, your change is $12.75. And I've learned how to count it back so it's not so awkward. First, I give them the coins. So 75, and then I count back the $12. So 10, 11, 12. Again, I'm counting that in my hand, and then I'm placing it in their hand. So it's not awkward, and I'm not counting each bill into their hand. So that's how I count back the change. And then we have a receipt. So the customer's number is the little one. And I say, your number will be 55. We'll call it out when your food is ready. And I give them that. And then I have another ticket, and it says what they ordered. And I'm going to put it on the food or the drink counter. At Hammond, we don't have the drinks on here. At Munster, they do, because it's so loud. We want to make sure that we get all the orders out. So then we just put it on the counter where we put the orders, and then when their order comes up, their number gets called out. So the other thing, if somebody gives me a credit card, I swipe it in here, and the magnet strips, you swipe in the back one. You want to hold on to the square, and the square needs to be facing you. There's a square on it that needs to be facing you, and you're going to go from top to bottom, and you're going to go smooth. It needs to be in all the way, and it takes a real smooth touch. It'll tell you if it's processing, if it didn't go through, if it did go through. So you swipe it real smooth. The other thing we have now are chip cards. Now on a card, if the chip is right here, you're going to actually put the corner of the card in here, and you're going to leave it. So that chip's going to go in here. It will tell you, do not remove this card, that it is processing. Once it's done, it'll tell you to remove the card, and then you take it out. Anyone who charges on a card, I ask them, would you like a receipt? You can text them a receipt, email them a receipt. You would just put that information in there, or you can click print a receipt. Now if you print a receipt, It'll come out of the printer looking like this, and you just give them their receipt. Now to get back to our normal menu screen, you say New Sale, and it will go back. Okay, say it actually glitches and the drawer doesn't open. You can use the key to open it. You turn it backwards. If you turn it all the way to the right, it's actually locked. It's not going to come open. So you want to keep it up and down in the middle. There are some other features. Say the printer's not working. You can turn this off. You also want to close out the register program. Click this twice, swipe it up. Okay, get back to the main screen. So when you're resetting your printer, push the feed button down when you turn it back on. It's going to blink a couple times. You keep holding that button until it stops blinking, and that will reset the printer to be able to communicate with the iPad and the register. Okay? And then we get back into the register, and it should recommunicate and work properly. Something else to keep in mind is the square needs to be charged. The new one has this little charger cord, and when you're not busy or you see it's getting low, you plug it in there, and then it just plugs into the normal charging base. And you plug it into the wall, and a light will turn on, a little orange light, and that means it's still charging, and I believe it turns to green when it's done. We also have the charger for the iPad. Make sure that stays charged too. Also, if you have somebody who comes up and wants to purchase a book that's not on our menu, if you click on this little thing in the bottom corner, it looks like a calculator. You can type in, say the book's $12. You type in $12, click on the custom amount, and I click on the add note, and I just type book. I want to know, okay, it was a book that they purchased, and then you click save. So we just typed in a custom amount, and it's here. If you want to get back to the other screens, you just click on these other buttons at the bottom, and then we charge them for the book. We do have green bags that you can put the book in. Just ask them, would you like a bag for that? And put it in there. Say I have a bunch of things in here and I want to clear them out. If you click on this little arrow, you can clear the new item, and that will clear things out. Also, okay, I was telling you about the Pastor Perks cards. Say we have an order in here, it's $4, and we're going to charge it to the Pastor Perks card. Click charge, and then on here we have cash, card, which the card is, you can swipe it here, or you can actually swipe it on the other screen. We have gift card, which gift card is if we had swiping gift cards. We don't have those. But if you click on other payment, this is a spot where we can accept a check made payable to the gate or the gift card. So this is the gift card that I use for Pastor Perks. So if they're purchasing items on that card, I click gift card here and I click tend, and that will charge, that will go in the register as it was used for a payment. And that keeps me, I can actually see everything that was purchased and how it was purchased in the records. So that's good information for me to keep up on. And then you just make sure that you punch out what they purchased. We don't give change back on the Pastor Perks cards because it was a free item. If there is, say, a quarter or something, sometimes I'll write 25 cents and initial it. If it is a regular gift card and they need change back, I do give change on that because it was purchased with a full cash value. So just keep that in mind. The other thing that the register can do is we have this paper to restock drinks. That is for our drink fridge. So when we have slow times, we can go out there and see how many we need of each drink, just put the number and go get it and restock it. And that helps out. And there are prices. I usually try to update this. These are all the items according to the different categories with their prices, kind of some of the information in it. At the end of service, the coordinator will help the person doing the money actually do the deposit and turn the deposit in. And at the end, you want to take all of your cash out and put it back in your cash box. That way it's ready to go for the next time. We don't leave the money in here. We do take all of this, make sure your key, all your cables, your iPad, turn it back around, put this over it, and the square. Everything needs put back where it comes from. Also, make sure you turn your sign to closed when it's closed. And at Hammond, we turn the lights off when we know it's closing time. That's also a visual sign to the customers. At Munster, you can turn the lights off too, over the cafe if you want. But this is the register, and this is how we run it. And you want to give your customers the most amazing experience. We do offer the free refills on the regular coffee. And also, say a customer spills their coffee. We're going to remake it free of charge. We're not going to charge them, and we're just going to make it, we happily clean it up and give them a new order. So those are some of our policies. Next to the register, it does say what every cafe worker should know. It's a good spot to read more information on what to do.